Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the broadcast. Well, exactly what I said would happen with Joe Biden is now happening. The mainstream media and a lot of people in the Democrat Party are now turning on the current president of the United States, and they are literally begging him not to go forward with his run that he's already announced for 2024. In fact, I'm going to scream mutinies underway, if you will, with his own party. They desperately want him out, so much so that even the mainstream media is starting to attack him, and not because they want to attack him. I think it's because they have to start to go after him, because many of American Democrats are starting to say, hey, this guy can't even walk across the stage without getting lost, let alone, he can't even read scripts from a teleprompter. The guy has literally lost it. And many are starting to question his cognitive ability, which I've been questioning for a good couple of years now. But it's starting to get even worse, to the point where he's having outbursts of anger at people within the White House. Hopefully you saw my video report on that. But the Democrats are turning on him en masse. And I've done a few reports on this, but I thought in light of everything that's going on, there's somebody else that they're intending or wanting to take his place, if you will. And I hope to God that doesn't happen. And I really hope to God that doesn't happen, because if it does, we could be looking at a really tight race. I'm vouching for Biden because I think Biden has a greater chance of losing against a Republican candidate like Trump than anyone else, right? So take a look. This is on CNN Politics. And I wanted to bring it up on a mainstream media liberal news source to show you how bad this really is, because they are really letting hell loose on Joe Biden. Right here's Communist News Network, aka CNN Politics. Slow pace of Biden's re-election campaign feeds Democrats 2024 anxiety. And they're really dumbing this down a little bit, but just listen to what they say here. The conversations keep happening. Quiet whispers on the sidelines of events, text, emails, furtive phone calls as top Democrats and donors reach out to those seen as possible replacements for presidential candidates. Get ready, they urge, in conversations that aides to several of the people involved have described to CNN. Despite what he said, despite the campaign that has been announced, President Joe Biden won't actually be running for re-election. They feel like time is already running out, and that the lack of the more robust campaign activity they want to see is a sign that his heart just really isn't in it. They go on. Concern over how it will be measured against the $86 million Barack Obama raised in the first few months after announcing his own re-election campaign in 2011, along with the slow pace of building out of a campaign structure, is already feeding the latest round of frustration and worry described to CNN by almost 24 current Biden aides, top Democrat operatives and donors, and alumni of other recent campaigns. Some things are already clear. Multiple big donors aren't locking in. Grassroots emails are sometimes bringing in just a few $1,000s. In other words, they're not giving very much money to Joe Biden's campaign, to the level of that these big donors are looking for somebody else to give the money to, because they don't think Joe Biden should really run. And hey, he doesn't seem that active in running. In fact, just to measure this up, Obama raised $86 million in the first few months, and Joe Biden, by the way, only raised $72 million in the first few months of his campaigning. Now, before I dive in even further in this, I want to give a shout out to my sponsor, Noble Gold Investments at lisahavengold.com. Look, if you don't have a 401k or a Roth IRA or an IRA backed by gold, silver, and precious metals, you're already running low on time. Do not be a victim. I partnered with them on purpose because of what's going on with the economy. Fill out this information, click get it now, and they're going to send you this ultimate gold and silver investment guide for free. And right now, for a limited time offer, they are giving away this 1/4 ounce bullion gold coin that I'm holding on the screen there. So give them a call, let them know you heard it on Lisa Haven, or click that more button for more information, or click in the description box below. All right. So These top Democrat donors are not giving the amount of money to Joe Biden that he so desperately needs. And in case you want another article on that, there's also one here on NBCnews.com. Some top Democrat donors are disenchanted with Biden. So far, Trump has kept them from fleeing. However, relentlessness among top donors and even longtime Biden supporters comes as the clear-cut majority of Democrats want someone else to be the nominee in 2024. So obviously, they don't want Biden to run because they know his health isn't there. They know that he has very dictatorial aspects to him, but that's not what they're concerned about. They know that he is not the likable candidate, and people are starting to see his cognitive decline live on air. So much so that even left mainstream media news sources are asking for him to step down, right? Take a look. This is the Atlantic, right? .com. Why Biden shouldn't run in 2024. Yeah, he's fit to be president. Yeah, okay. But he's too old for the next election. He's fit, but he's too old. Okay, whatever. Then we have NPR. Many voters think Biden is too old for a second term. The White House, though, yeah, don't worry. They're not worried about it. Mike Heister. Then we have a CNN poll here, their own poll, which means it's mostly Democrats voting. 75% of Democrat voters want someone other than Biden in 2024. Case in point, nobody wants Biden to run for presidency, yet he's there. Yet he is there. All hell is literally starting to break loose. And that's why, by the way, we're starting to hear more corruption on the Biden scandal. That's why the mainstream media has been slightly more open about it, I believe, because they don't want Biden to run, but they do want someone else to run. Now, that's someone else that they've been vouching for forever. I'm going to say is Michelle Obama, but I don't see her yet making headway. It could be, God forbid she does, we'd get in a lot of trouble. But they're also wanting one of the most dictator Orwellian guys that did some of the most criminal things, in my opinion, during the COVID pandemic. They actually want Newsom to the forefront. Could you imagine if we had another pandemic under a dictator like Gavin Newsom? We'd all be in shit's creek, so to speak, right? But they're really vouching for this guy here. LATimes.com. Could Gavin Newsom be president? Well, not with Kamala Harris next in line. And these are things that they're just kind of hinting at. And then we have the Register. Will Gavin Newsom run for president in 2024? And they kind of give their assessment. And this was as of July 14th, 2023, a very recent article. And then thehill.com. Will Gavin Newsom run for president? Experts say it's not if, but when he will. So they are really vouching for a straight up tyrant, because that is what Gavin Newsom is, to run for president. And God forbid, I don't want this guy to run, frankly, because I think he has a better chance than Joe Biden. But either way, the party right now is really eating their own, and many of them, donors and everything, don't want Joe Biden up. And here's the thing: if the donors, don't start giving their money to Joe Biden, and I hate to say this, but a lot of the money is what gets you, blah, blah, blah. It's money that helps you win said fill in blank, whatever position. You have enough money, you get enough ads, that's going to be a huge part. And it's a sad truth. I wish that wasn't so. But if some of his donors start backing away politically, this is a good sign for us as Republicans to get, a good Republican candidate in there. But all hell is breaking loose either way. I wanted to bring that to you. I'd love to get your thoughts, comments, and concerns on what you guys think on Gavin Newsom. With that, get to restrictiverepublic.com. I can't stress this enough. I've got so much information to share with you on that website, and we really get into detail. And when I say really into detail, I absolutely mean it. We did a live stream the other day. It was amazing. We talked about all kinds of stuff that is going on, and there's a re-airing of that. But right now, get to Restricted Republic, and you can get it for $60 a year. Use the coupon code FOREVER60 to get that special offer. That's Forever60. It's a one-time, and it counts for like $5 a month-ish, but you can pay it all at once. But anyhow, thanks again for tuning in. And by the way, use the coupon code FOREVER60. But thank you all. I love you all. And thanks again for being part of the broadcast. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.